Oh shit, look who's back. Back again. Tell a friend. For real. Share this shit. Hit share. You know the deal. That's all we ask. Hit share. Hit share. What up, Doe?
Yo, what's happening, man?
Man, I told you this
I'm off guard.
taking over the world. This podcast shit taking over the world. Look at his new studio.
That's right. I got my liquor behind me over here, just in case I need a drink a little later.
Look at that, bud.
It's the sponsors. You know, they've been coming through with the big stacks of cash. So I got this.
That's how we do it, baby.
That's right.
That's how we do
stacks
it.
Of cash. Stacks of cash.
That's how we do it. We're really in the same house. He's just upstairs in the studio. I'm downstairs in the living room. That's how the fuck we do. Shout out to all the sponsors. Welcome. Let's talk about a podcast. I got a little feedback coming from you.
Yeah. I was trying to share it on Facebook and it started playing. So
if you're in the room, I see 5 live viewers. Hit the comments. So we know who you are. If you're just sitting in there sniping us and shit, you just watching and not saying nothing, we don't know you're there. We want to say hi. Put your anything, just like, all that, anything. Smiley face. You don't have to make a comment. Just let us know you're in the building. We will put the link at the bottom of the page. If I can find it sometime today. But meanwhile, just hit share. That's it. This dude is pretty intelligent. I'm not. So it's some good conversation. Everybody's like, it's from 2 perspectives, and they'd be like, no, Scott's left, and so are you, fuckface. And I'm like, stop. I'm like, stop creating me. Stop telling me what the fuck I am. I know people that think that you are fucking right.
Left and farther left.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about for me and you. I'm talking about like
yeah.
You got a lot of knowledge on some things in some categories that I have none, and I may have some. That's what I'm saying. It's 2 different perspectives, but people make fun of us and say it's the same person. But I'm not. I disagree with you, right?
Yeah.
Shout out to Michelle Hicks for the share. Boom, boom, boom. That's all you got to do. It's that easy. Oh, I got to get you that link. You want to join the show? Actually, I'm going to put in the comments right here. Feist. What? And then if you want to copy and paste it, you come in, you hit the link. It's right in the chat right there. Like I'll put it up on the screen. And it's right there. There you go. No excuses. You want to talk about it? Let's talk about it. What is today's topic? Because I think you made it up. So we're going to go with it. It's in the descriptions. Not only do I think that you made it up, but somebody else I talked to also says that you made it up. He's never heard of it.
Hold on. Before we do this, I want to do a quick sports thing.
Okay.
Tiger Woods.
Yeah.
Rolled his car.
Yeah, I had that in the current events section.
Oh, are we going to do that later? You want to do that later?
Yeah, a couple people called me. One of the fans of the show called me. One of the other fans of the show texted me. You know Craig Robinson?
I don't know if I know Craig. I mean, I've seen him on The Office and stuff.
Yeah. You never met him, though?
No.
I had my cousin Jason on the Who Cares podcast, actually. We went solo, and my cousin Jason from New York. I don't know if he's my cousin. So let me explain the situation to you, and you tell me if he's my cousin, okay? He was in the military with my cousin, female cousin, and they fell in love and got married and had 2 kids. But they ain't in love and married anymore.
I don't know.
It would just be easy for me to say my cousin, right?
Yeah, you could say my ex-cousin-in-law, but that's
Yeah, like that's stupid.
your
He's
cousin.
not.
You're still tough. You're still tight.
Yeah, exactly.
But he asked about that. The
He
Tiger
has to.
Woods thing? Yeah. Oh,
No.
back to the other thing.
No, yeah. The two of my friends of the show, Craig Robinson, texted me and told me about Tiger first. And I was
Right.
hoping that it was fake news, and as soon as I looked, I saw it on like multiple places. I said, "Oh shit, this shit just got real." I'm a big Tiger fan.
Me too. Now, are we gonna do this now? You want to put
Yeah,
it
let's
up?
go. Let's
All right,
go.
okay. So here's I've been getting back into golf, and I started watching golf a lot now since I started playing more. And I'm watching over the weekend, and I didn't know this. He had another back surgery. Just had another back surgery. I think his 5th back surgery. So honestly, and no judgment, but I'm wondering. He had problems with pills.
Yeah.
He
But
just
dude,
had that surgery.
you were wondering. When they said when they said the car rolled.
Yeah.
I was like, oh shit, not again. It says 7 a.m. I was like, oh shit, not again, Tiger. I mean, he could have been on his way out to, hit some balls after a back surgery at 7 a.m. But yeah, as soon as I heard, and then this next question was, I said, and then another call of the show about 2 hours later called me, and he told me, and the first thing we both said was like, what you think? Pills, alcohol? I hope not.
I did see something where there was someone said that excessive speed, as in driving too fast, was a factor, but that was unofficial.
Or maybe excessive speed. Who knows? Yeah, but it happened at 7 a.m. Shouldn't they? I think something's dirty because I think they would have already said that shit came back clean.
I don't know. I mean, they said he had to have surgery, so
I know, but I'm saying
the kind of thing where you don't know.
Look at the piss.
What's that?
I said the first thing they do is look at the urinalysis, though.
Yes, I don't know. My ex-wife, she.
I hope he's okay, and I hope it wasn't that.
My ex-wife got airlifted once for wrecking a car under the influence, and nothing ever happened because she had to have emergency surgery and all that shit. So.
Really?
I don't know. And she's not Tiger Woods. So.
Okay, I got you.
I'm just saying that.
Damn, everything's a goddamn conspiracy with you left wingers. Everything.
All right. I just want to get that out of the way. I'm a little upset about it myself.
Yeah, get well, Tiger. This is my guy. Yeah. Like Kobe really affected me, and I didn't realize it because I was a Kobe hater my whole life. Because he was the first one that was better than Michael Jordan. Well, not the first one, but the one before this guy.
Right.
So it's like Tracy McGrady next Michael Jordan, Grant Hill next Michael Jordan, Tim Hardaway next Michael.
Well, I don't think there's going to be a next Tiger. I mean, I don't know.
And I don't think, and to be fair, I don't think there's going to be a next LeBron either. That's a different monster.
Yeah.
What is he, like 6'9" and like linebacker size NFL? Like athletic, fast. Oh my God. I mean, he's a freak show.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, I don't think anybody would argue that if they switched bodies, everything stayed the same. The years, the decades, the played in different eras, all that shit. And all they do is change bodies. Oh my God. I mean, Jordan might have 10 or 11 rings. I mean, good God. Imagine Michael Jordan's killer instinct with that body. Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, no shit.
There would be no argument on the GOAT on that one. Tell Scott to check his Facebook.
Yeah, it just dinged at me. We got flag. Oh, Lord. Hang on.
Share the screen.
Hang on. Let me see if I can get this up on the. Hang on a second. Shit. Oh man, they fucking with me. Back-to-back impeachment champion.
Oh, that's old. Is that the one where he's like,
hold on. This is a piece of work. Let me show this. Can we see this?
nope.
It's supposed to be sharing.
I have to add it. There it is.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
No way. No way. Can you zoom that in?
Let me see.
Yo, just for y'all that don't know, new to the show, my man TJ Bell at Bell Woodworks. He makes these flags. He can make anything you want. He's a motherfucking soldier. Look at him.
I'm trying to
just
zoom
made
in.
a Trump fucking flag that says back to back. What's it say?
Impeachment champion.
Hell yeah, baby. And Second Amendment at the bottom.
Got a gun. Got some sort of assault rifle up above it. I
know they're all about that being 2-0. 2-0 in impeachment hearings. Let me say that again. 2-0 in impeachment hearings.
I like to think of it as 0-2 in avoiding impeachment.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, like, that's nice, TJ.
It was like a celebration. And
I don't know what I don't understand that. I'm not. You know what? I didn't come to talk about that tonight.
He's going back to back, baby. Back. We talk about anything. He remember we always saying you put it in the comments, we talk about it.
True.
He not only put it in the comments, but he hit you on the motherfucking messenger.
I'm serious. He's like, you got to see this. I know TJ's just trolling though.
Oh, so what is the name of the show? Come on, man. What's the topic?
What's the topic? Oh, what did we say it was?
You said it was
the
anger economy.
The anger economy, yes.
Yes.
No, that's not mine. That's not my phrase. I did not make that up.
Oh,
it makes sense.
All right, tell me what that is.
The anger economy is.
I think I know what you mean, but I'm not sure.
Yeah. The anger economy is it's hang on. Trying to make sure. All right. It's using it's social media using things that make us angry and keep us riled up essentially as a way to make money. So
like what?
Very simply, put it this way. Anger keeps you engaged on Facebook. And the longer you stay on Facebook and the more engaged you are, the more ads they can serve you, the more money they make. Now that may sound a little bit far-fetched. It is not.
I mean, you could look at that dude from My Pillow.
Yeah. Well, I mean, and the thing is, I get sucked into it too. This is not. I don't think this is a right or left thing. I think anybody needs to understand this, right or left, that the Facebook in particular, and Twitter is not any different, but Facebook gets a lot of grief these days. That their algorithm is set up to keep feeding you things that you interact with, right?
Yeah.
So
just like YouTube.
If you think there's nothing nefarious about it, you realize, okay, well, at the very least, what's happening is I'm interacting with something that makes me angry. And whatever that subject is, for me, it would be something, maybe a Trump meme or something like that. And so it's going to start serving me more of those things because it's an algorithm. It's a machine learning type of thing. However, they brought this shit to Mark Zuckerberg's attention. Let's see. Let me find the trying to find the quote here. I had saved this actually earlier.
Mark Zuckerberg made up that word?
No, he didn't make it up. I don't know who made it up.
No, it's not yours though.
So there was a they actually Facebook did a study. I'm trying to bring it up right now. I had a couple of articles here. So they had a team in 2018. They had a presentation. The team within Facebook said, our algorithms exploit the human brain's attraction to divisiveness. If left unchecked, more and more divisive content in an Facebook would feed users more and more divisive content in an effort to gain user attention and increase time on the platform. So essentially, they told Zuckerberg, this is going to be a problem. We know that this is going to be divisive if we don't make a change. And Zuckerberg said, let's not change anything. So, and there are a couple of sources for this. That was Wall Street Journal, the initial one, but the Business Insider has another thing on it. I'm trying to find another quote or two. Anyway,
for someone like me, what does it mean?
Well, all right. So what do you do?
You got to bring it down. You got to bring it down a notch.
All right. So essentially, I don't know what your habits are on Facebook. This is what I can tell you about me. And this is something I've known for a while, is that sometimes I go on there and I look for the people, my friends, who I don't agree with politically. I look for whatever shit they're posting that I know will make me mad. And then I'll get in there. I'll fight with them. I'll argue with them and things like that. And it's one thing for that to be, for me to disagree with people or for anyone to disagree with people. It's another thing entirely for Facebook to use that as a business model, something that's constantly getting you agitated. And
that's my point. So if I got a bunch of it's obvious that people I can just by someone's Facebook post, especially if it's a lot all day long, and I can put you're giving me the jigsaw puzzle, right? You're giving me all of you. I know everything about you. I might have met you. 5, 10, 16, 25 years ago. But now I know you. I see the picture and it just tells me everything I need to know, and I'm talking about not just what they're posting, but how often, when. I would say I check all my shit in the morning. You know what I'm saying? I get up, I go to the bathroom, I got my shit, I check the scores of the games. I got everything at the tip of my fingers, and then I get in the shower, right?
Right.
I know everything I need to know. And then I go to work. See? I go to work, and then when I get off work, I'm not going to lie, if I'm sitting on my lunch break or I had to go to the bathroom again at work, I might jump on my shit real quick, right? I like to say, do all that shit in the morning. Focus on focus on yourself. And then whenever you're off, done focusing on yourself, then go fucking it's so much, man. It's too much.
Well,
it's too much.
I get what you're saying, and you're right. I mean, it is too much, and you got a physical job that requires you to focus in other ways. So
sometimes, it's not that bad. I'm not a construction worker.
No,
you know what I'm saying? I know why they can't be on their phone all day, because they're literally besides your brother-in-law, but most people that work for companies like that actually do shit. Shout out to Mickey, right? Actually do shit. I was so proud of this man when he said he got a supervisor position, and from all the goddamn pictures I could see, he's been a supervisor. Because I don't think he worked. I don't think that motherfucker worked in the last 12 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And guess who be on Facebook in the middle of the day?
Mickey Wright. Yeah.
Sometimes. But yeah, I was that. And it was just too much, man.
Well, and that's I'm saying I'm guilty of it too, because I have
well, I'm proud of what you just said though. You told everybody, all three of them. And maybe 98 on the replay. But a couple of those are me, because I'm kind of editing shit.
Yeah.
Hold up. We got somebody? We might be having a surprise guest. Someone popped in for a second. And what did she say? Who is this lady? Then he sits around and gets upset with him. Oh, that's what I was saying. Thank you for reminding me. You just said that You didn't see them post something and comment. You didn't post something and they commented. You went into their shit looking for something to comment on.
Well, I scroll through my news feed looking for that shit. I mean, I know what it is. I mean, there's a
What is it?
Well, let me
Anger. It's anger economy.
It's the anger economy.
I know what you're saying. I think it's making people bad people and angry, but I don't understand how you think it's making money.
It makes money because you're spending more time on Facebook when you can.
On
people.
Facebook. Okay.
Right. And the more time you spend on there, the more ads they can serve you. And the more ads they can serve you, the more money they make. That's our whole business model. It's about making money. It's about serving ads. So that's why it is that it's profitable for them to keep people agitated. And I know I'm guilty of it. Sometimes I'm just bored and I'll go on there and I'm tired of looking at platitudes and things, I don't know, just your have a great day and pictures of cats and shit like that. And I want something that's going to get me fired up.
I know I can picture them two things being on your desk. That's hilarious.
I spend most of my time on Facebook at a computer. So I've just got the scroll wheel going on my mouse and I'm just flying down and I'm like, boring. Oh, that pissed me off. Let me get involved in this. So,
yo, shout out to our newest sponsor.
Oh,
Crown Apple. Yeah, they said I'll bring over half the case. I mean, they sent me a case, so I guess I can give you half.
Yes,
we're blowing up.
I probably got it back here somewhere.
I know. What are you doing? You got enough back there, bro. That motherfucker got a bar in his house. I told you. I told you what would happen if we did this podcast.
That's right. That shit's blowing up. And this is what you get. This is the rewards for
hard work pays off.
That's right.
I got feedback. I got feedback coming from your house, bro.
What?
That guy. You got something on.
I shouldn't.
Watch this. There you go. Now it's off.
That's your house, man. Ain't nothing going on here.
This shit's quiet as shit. Hey, say what's up to my mom. My mom's in the building.
June, hello.
Hey, Mom.
You didn't know me.
2 podcasts ago, Scott, 2 podcasts ago, my dad was in here, remember?
Yeah.
Mom, my dad came in this jank. She comes in every week. So.
I know. I love it.
Shout out to June Hardenberg.
Supportive mom.
Yeah, she's gonna come see you soon. She checks into the Who Cares podcast Thursday nights at 8:00. She checks into that one too, baby. All right, where were we?
So
I get that. I get it now. I didn't know what that meant.
Yeah, I mean, and that's it's kind of fucked up. It changes society. I mean, what we're talking about is something that really changes the way people act.
Yeah,
in general.
We've been doing that shit for years, man. Like sometimes I get sick and I get sick and tired of people saying, like, with the I don't want to see nobody lose their job. I don't want to see no family lose their income. But it's like you don't walk down the street and fucking pick your favorite blacksmith. You know what I'm saying? Like, we don't ride horses anymore, so there's no fucking blacksmiths. Shit happens and shit gets different. It's like we just there's something there. The new normal. Everybody hates that. Like, there's a lot of new normals. At one point, our fucking tires on our car were wood. You know what I'm saying? Like, then rubber came, or the horse, and guess what? This is the new fucking normal. Well, wearing a mask might be that.
Well, all right. And I mean, you're right. You're definitely not wrong. All this is true. It's one thing to say, oh God, the internet is too much in general. I'm getting away from the internet because it's too much, and I'm a Luddite, and I don't really want to keep up with technology and all that. It's another thing, I think, when you have a corporation that is in one of the big ones,
targeting that, big ones. Some could argue the biggest.
It's using human psychology to profit, and not in a way that's harmful to people and to society. So I've got a problem with it. And again, it affects both, it's not a political thing. It affects people on both sides of this political spectrum, or all sides, I should say. And, I haven't quit Facebook, but I've talked about it a whole bunch of times. And I really do spend a lot less time on there now because I'm trying not to give them my attention. Also because I don't want to be angry. So I've been trying not to look for those things that make me angry. But
that's good.
No reason to be on Facebook.
Yeah, that's the part that's what I'm saying. That was the part that was disturbing to me. Nicole Shaver. Shout out to Nicole Shaver. She shared it too. She shared the podcast. That's awesome.
Oh, good. TJ says Netflix docu called Social Dilemma.
Oh, you haven't seen that?
I haven't watched it. I've been meaning to, but I haven't gotten around to it. It's one of those things that
we got to, I would say I got about 12 minutes in, and Frankie with her jaw wide open was maybe got through 30 minutes. It scared me.
Well,
right from the jump.
I'll be honest. Another thing I do is I'm very careful about what I ingest on television, because I usually don't watch TV until probably 8 o'clock at night. And honestly, I don't want anything that's going to get me upset.
Let's do this because the only negative feedback I've ever gotten from doing a podcast is, what were we just talking about? I'm like a squirrel, bro. I see something.
I don't know where you headed with that. I was talking about I try not to watch any TV before I go to bed that's going to get me fired up because I just want to sleep.
Oh yeah, this is what I want to say. People seem to have created us, right? At least the people that talk to me about this podcast, they like that's what Facebook does, right?
Yeah.
Create me. Just because of something I post, create me. You know me. Like I was just saying, there's psycho people that I could tell you 110% that they might have something else going on. And I kind of don't comment on their stuff, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
Because it's so and they're not retired. You know what I'm saying? Like some people, they could be 75, 80 years old, sitting there watching Wheel of Fortune all day. Just bam, 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 But these are people that I know have very important jobs. And it bothers me. Again, am I creating them? Yes, because they're giving us. Well, they create us. So let's not let them create us, Scott. And let's learn about each other. Maybe 1 or 2 questions per week. So then maybe these people will know us and stop creating us, right? Yeah. So you brought up TV. I would love to know what you at 8 o'clock would watch.
Well, usually I'm Michelle and I are usually one show at a time. It kind of depends on the mood though. Sometimes I just want to watch something funny. I'll watch Last Week Tonight with John Oliver that just came back on. That's not really telling you much new about me.
What you do?
No, Michelle and I are always looking for different shows to watch.
Honesty. I love the honesty.
Here's
one as we speak. Mary Heiser. That's why she said that's true. There's one. There's one. No, she is busy all day posting shit, man. This is Aunt Mary, right? This is, everybody got that one aunt. She's it. That should be lit at the wedding. She'd be up on the picnic table. Woo! Seen her in multiple weddings.
Yep.
Yep, for sure. That's her, baby. That's her. That's where I get all that fire I got inside me. That's where I get it from. What's up, Mary Heiser? Her and my mom are gonna fight over Trump. They both want to marry Trump. I said I will be great either way if they hook me up, But if my mom marries him, I'm probably gonna get a lot more money than if my aunt marries him. I call him. She calls him my stepdad. Show me the money, baby. Show me the money. Anyway, so give me one. Give me like a Scott must watch Thursday nights, 8:00. That's where I'm gonna
I don't
be.
have a must watch right now. I haven't found anything that really.
Do you watch live TV? I guess that's my question.
Do I watch live TV? No.
Yeah, like me either. Like why?
Yeah,
No matter what happens, I can see it on YouTube in 10 minutes.
I have Sling, and the only thing I do is record like sports. I watch a lot of golf lately, so.
Of course you have Sling. I'm creating you.
All right, so but honestly, you want to know? Here's the slightly embarrassing thing, sort of.
That was my
Michelle
next
and I
question.
are watching Bridgerton now.
Oh, Jesus Christ!
Yeah. So,
how is it?
How is it?
How is it?
It's like I don't know. It's weird. It's definitely a kind of a female-oriented show. I mean, the lady I think she created Grey's Anatomy and something else. But it's kind of like, it's weird. It's like Gossip Girl, but set in like the 1700s or something. Which I didn't watch Gossip Girl either, but Michelle watched that. I couldn't help it. No, I swear to God, I did not watch it. But I'd be in there, and I'd be in the room, and she'd have it on. I'd be like, God damn. So, but it's like, it's a very strange show, but I guess it's all right. It's something to watch. Doesn't require a lot of mental energy. All
right, you're not getting your groove on. You're not cleaning the house. You're not studying. You're not doing nothing. You're like, all right, I need to focus, rock out to some music, and get this work done. Name it.
I can't listen to music and work. Well.
Oh, really?
Not actual work. Not like my job. No, I cannot. Not at all.
Damn, really?
Well,
like, that's what I'll do. I'll be like, if I got a big job, make sure I got my tools ready to go. I put on some. For me, it's like probably like Lil Wayne or something. Just freaking sitting there, boom, 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 get it done. Bam, back to listening to podcasts or YouTube or something. You know?
I'll get. If it's decent music, my focus will go to the music.
Oh no, she didn't. Oh no.
Yeah, that's true.
We mostly watch Chris Cuomo and Don Lemon. Oh my God, I want to.
I know you don't like Don Lemon.
I cannot. Everybody hates Chris. Everybody hates all of them, but I don't. Oh yeah, I mean, most of my friends like. Most of my friends, I would say, if you said that you watch CNN, they probably won't talk to you again. It's like you gotta listen to it like you listen to like Depeche Mode or something like just like don't tell anybody else I'm jamming out to this right now. But yeah, man. So yours is not music at all. All right. So if you got it's date night. You're getting ready to go out to eat, and when you come back from date night, everybody knows what goes down, right? What music you listening to?
None. Michelle doesn't really like music that much.
Oh, Jesus Christ, bro.
Tell her she's listening.
Oh my God.
It drives me crazy, man. You know how much I love music. I played in bands. I sang.
We're gonna I remember going to a gig of yours, and she be all night long. She can't even control. You start hitting that harmonica, dog. She knows it. Fuck date night. That's like date night 3 times 3. She knows what's going down. Like she can't even help that. And that's you singing to her like that. That's like. I think she told me, she's like, isn't he so sexy when he's up there? And I said, fuck yeah, because you were like sexy, right? You know what it is.
That's the only music she likes those when I'm doing it.
Well, then all right, I guess my fucking question is.
I don't think that's true.
When do you listen to music?
In the shower. Sometimes.
Okay, here we go. All right. You're about to take a shower. You got to shave your face, maybe cut your hair, do all the trimmings and shit. So you're going to be in there a while. What you rocking?
Usually I have a Pandora station that I curated forever,
Oh,
and
Jesus
it's
Christ!
just
You
a mix.
still use Pandora?
Yeah,
What are you fucking recording Pandora on fucking 8-track? You still use Pandora? What the
let
fuck?
me tell you
This
why.
05?
But how else am I going
Why?
to discover music?
Oh,
Let
you
me tell
don't.
you something.
Well,
I
first of all,
tried Spotify radio.
if you're a real music fan, you would have an iPhone so you can have Apple Music and you fucking pay $9.99 a month and have any album ever created at the tip of your freaking
I
fingers.
got what you're
Why?
saying. I got what you're saying, and I dig that, and that's all good. But that's not giving me new music. I'm only looking up music I already know.
No, anything. You could tag yourself and be like, anytime this album, this band, or anybody in it drops anything new, notify me.
Right. It's all music that I know. It's all
I
bands
know,
that I
but not
already
new
know.
shit.
It's all,
Not
but I
new
want
shit.
new bands. I don't want just new music. I want to hear from new bands. Let me
Where's
tell
new
you something.
bands?
I have come across
There's not a band
bands.
not on Apple. There's not a band that's not on there. New,
But I don't know
old.
about all the bands.
That's why you find out.
Well, how do you find out? That's what I'm saying. Let me tell you, Pandora.
Fucking
This,
scroll through.
I would hear shit, and I was like, "Oh, goddamn! I've never heard of this band before. These guys are awesome." That's why I like.
Well,
More like
you
a radio.
understand, but do you understand that Apple Music has a button that you push and it's called radio, and it fucking does the same exact thing for any genre, anything you want?
Let's be clear. I'm not an Apple guy. Now
I
I
know.
was on the Spotify bandwagon. I knew about Spotify before I even came to this country. I was waiting for that shit. But Spotify radio, which is if you don't have Apple Music, I guess Spotify is the thing. But their radio sucks.
Same thing. Well, you can. I don't know if it sucks. You can create it. It's dope. Trust me, I'm not like this pro Apple guy. I'm just saying it's pretty fucking great. It will create a playlist for you on shit that you searched out and listened to. It's fucking
And
awesome.
so will Pandora.
Oh, stop with the Pandora. Yeah, my fucking 65 or 67-year-old auntie agrees with you with Pandora. Congratulations. Do you have a bowl of butterscotch on your fucking end table? She has butterscotch on the end of her goddamn end table.
You have not convinced me yet of the superiority of anything more. I get that if there's an album I want to listen to, having Spotify, having Apple Music, if I want to just listen to one album that I already know, yeah, I can do that with those. But I don't discover. I'm telling you, I've been a music guy for a long time. I have not discovered as many cool bands as I have anywhere else other than Pandora. So.
Yeah, and she said and free. Mary Heiser says free. She got $2 more than Jesus. She donates $4.99 a month to the Stop the Steal campaign, and she's talking about she uses Pandora because it's free. She got more money than both of us, Scott. Don't let her bullshit you.
Anyway, so
60.
I got a station, but if I'm, I like a lot of classic rock stuff too. So I mean, you go ahead and give me all the boomer shit now. Let's get it out of the way.
I figured at one point when I asked you, hey, what do you want to get work done around the house with? Nothing. What do you want to have sex with your wife with? Nothing. And
No,
I mean, what the fuck? I got nothing. You give me nothing.
Give me fucking
Pandora.
Give me Zeppelin. Give me Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Okay. So let's open up Pandora. We're about to do our thing. We want to listen to some music in Pandora. There's nothing better than Pandora to do so. What do you type in?
I have a station. I already have a station.
70s rock and shit.
No. Well, it's a Zeppelin station, but the other one I told you it's of curated more current stuff that's just bands that I like. I mean, most people don't know of Rival Sons, Buffalo Killers.
I heard about Buffalo Killers. They're awful.
Yeah, you never heard of no Buffalo Killers. Get the fuck out of here.
Buffalo. That's Buffalo.
Left Lane Cruiser. Those guys came to Richmond. I found them on Pandora. They came to Richmond. It was the last live show I went to before the pandemic, last February. And there's like 12 people at the Capitol Ale House downtown, and they were fucking awesome.
You say 12 people?
Maybe 20. I don't know. I mean, I like these smaller bands that are, that people.
Let me ask you this. I got a question for you because you were a performer. How many is it like at a gig if you're like, no matter what you're really, I guess, I can't say no matter what you're making, of course, if it's worth it, but like, is it like a comedian? Like I talked to some comedians and they're like, if they're in a room and they're killing it, they could care less if it's 2 or 3 people instead of a full house. Music wise, it's almost like it's a little some could argue less intimate as a one-on-one talk with a comedian on stage with one person. But what is your limit? Like your guys are like, yo, we got this gig, and be like, yo, man, last time it was 5 fucking people that showed up. Or do you get paid that way?
No, we always got a flat fee. We
flat rate. Okay.
Yeah, we didn't work on that.
But like to get into it and really perform, what would you say the number is of people? Over under 11?
I'd say. I mean, I was thinking, if you have people who are into what you're doing, 10 is fine. If they're really digging it, 10 is fine. You give me the right crowd. I mean, the last time I played live, we had about 30, 35 people. And what are you laughing at?
Nothing, Frankie. I was laughing at my wife. I'm sorry.
We had about 30 or 35 people who were really into what we were doing. And that was fucking phenomenal. I mean, it might as well have been a stadium full of people.
Is that the most?
No, I play for bigger crowds than that, but
what's your number though? Like this is gonna suck.
Shit. I played for. All right, you want to hear stories? All right, here's one. We went up to this band I was in. We went up to Fredericksburg. So I didn't book any of the gigs, and we went to this place that this was. So first of all, we're an out of town band that nobody knows. Second of all, this venue that we were playing at had decided that night that was going to be the night that they started charging a cover again. They hadn't been charging a cover for who knows how long. Also, somebody like Toby Keith was in town or something. So there was like nobody there.
He probably outsold y'all, right?
Oh, fuck. I mean, people were coming up to the door and they were like, it's like $5 or whatever. And they're like, oh, y'all didn't use the charge of cover. And they're like, now we do. And they're like, well, fuck it. And they would turn around and walk away. I mean, because the stage was like right up in the front. It was like in a strip mall. And so we had our backs glass. And the door was like literally like next to us, and we could see the people come up and then fucking turn around and leave. Or they'd come in and they wouldn't even look. They'd have to walk past us to get to the bar. They wouldn't even turn to look at us, and they'd just go on by and to the back where there was a couple of pool tables. That was one of the worst gigs I've ever played because we had like 2 guys at the very beginning who were like, yeah, man, you guys are awesome. And then they left and nobody paid any attention. So we used to play. There's another one. We used to play over here at Marty's. Over on 301 on Chamberlain, and I loved playing there because it was the closest place to me. All the other guys were a little further away.
The food is good too.
Yeah, but so Marty's, right? This bar,
yeah.
And there's a wall and there's a dining room. Well, we played in the dining room after everybody finished eating, so we wouldn't go on till like 9 o'clock.
Yeah, but all the tables cleared away, or are there some of those tables still there?
No, they kept some of the tables. They just cleared them out of a certain area, but they didn't want us playing while people were eating dinner. So we would go on about 9 o'clock once everybody pretty much finished eating dinner. The only crowd that was there was in the other room where the bar was. They didn't come over and hang out with us. Only the people who I brought personally would come hang out. So we were basically playing to an empty room. And some of the guys are like,
so you were playing to a room that had Mickey Wright in it, Tara Wright in it.
Sometimes, not always, but sometimes though. And so a couple of the other guys,
Mickey's sitting there, woo, go ahead, Scott, woo.
A couple of the guys were like, "Do we want to keep doing this gig? And I'm like, yes, we do. This is right around the corner. We're getting paid essentially to rehearse.
Yeah.
Let's keep doing this. And it would always be like 11 o'clock. We play for like 2 hours. And they're like, yeah, you know what? It's getting kind of thin here. Why don't y'all go on? And they just pay us for the full night. So
damn, there you go.
I was all right with that. But
yeah, like you said, that's somebody paying you to practice.
Yeah. There was that, but neither of those are the worst. The worst gig we ever played was at we booked this place up in Alexandria or something. I can't remember exactly where it was. And so we go up there and they don't know us. And we weren't a cover band. I mean, we were, but we covered obscure blues stuff, a lot of obscure blues stuff. And they were actively hostile to us. They did not like us at all. They were like, they came up and they were like,
wait, the people that hired you?
Them and the people who were there. And that was a pretty good crowd, but they did not like us at all. They're like, you can just feel it. This is like this tension. And
they weren't like sitting there like, you suck, play a different song.
Well, I mean, it's been a few years ago now. I don't remember exactly, but it's just that tension. And you're just going, when people are like kind of looking at you dirty. I can't remember the name of the place. Michelle just walked in. I don't remember the name of the place. It's in Alexandria. You weren't there.
Tell her to go behind there and tell her to go to the bar and make you a drink.
Yeah, go to the bar and make me a drink, man. Just back here, But yeah. So that was they didn't like it. They wanted us to play stuff like cocaine and stuff like that. And that just wasn't the type of band I was in. We weren't like we didn't take requests. So
let's talk about it.
Yeah. Anyway.
Let's talk about it.
We
didn't plan on. We're talking about crazy shit, all kinds of shit, not anything important. Well, that's not true. Frankie was asking us what we talked about, and it's been all over the fucking map. I'm like a squirrel. Yeah. I'm looking for a squirrel right here. I'm like,
we did play another place down in Petersburg one time. Same band. Croker Spot, Croker Spot?
Nah, man, I don't go past Verona on 295.
Think soul food, right? And we're this white bread blues band with an audience.
Is this the dude that was in the band with you that played bass and he looked like Squidward from SquarePants?
People said he was bass playing Jesus.
Oh my god, dude! I thought he was sleeping on stage.
The owner was mad at us that night. Y'all ain't playing blues. This ain't blues. I want to hear some real blues. And he was mad. And it was
no way. Were you playing? In your opinion, were you playing real jazz? I mean blues.
Loosely interpreted.
Well,
see, so he was right. But did he book you as a blues band?
Yes, but we weren't not a blues band. It's just the guys I was playing with were not blues musicians, so to speak. So there's a difference. I don't know.
So let me ask you this:
yeah.
If they were not blues musicians, then why were you playing blues?
Is that for me?
Was it about you, Scott? Was it all about the harmonica, Scott? Was that what it was about, Scott?
Well, there's a couple reasons I did it. Number one, honestly, it was a lot about the harmonica. It was. I wanted to learn to play better, and I knew.
I'm just playing with you because you sang your ass off, and it wouldn't have been like they couldn't do that, but. That guy that was not the bass guy, but the regular guitar guy, that motherfucker was jamming, bro. So they were no joke, but
there was talent there. I just don't think we had I don't know. There was.
I just thought if you could play guitar and you could read music and I don't know, maybe tune your guitar or get a blues guitar, then you can fucking play blues if you can play music, right?
No.
But you have to feel it. You gotta feel it. You gotta feel that shit, Scott.
Yeah, there's a lot of that to it, and it's a lot. The blues sounds simple, but it is surprisingly complex for what it is. So,
I don't know. I just think it would be really weird that a guy hires you, like I said, for a blues band, and then he would say,
we
"Play
just had a
real
weird
blues music."
we just had a weird selection of music, of blues
The
music.
owner of the bar came up to him and said, come on, man. I want to hear blues music," and they're playing blues music, and he's like, "Come on, man, I want to hear real blues music." It's like,
And they're like, "This is what
we're
we
playing
got."
it real. That's crazy.
So that was rough.
A big genre of blues, though.
Yeah, that's what Frankie said. So there's different genre of blues.
Yeah,
Yeah, there really is. I mean, there's a lot of different stuff, but I didn't get to pick that many songs in the band for us to play. And I was just okay with most of the stuff we did play. And some of it was
Oh shit! Straight from Hollywood, he's back. Craig Robinson, season 5 of The Masked Singer, Wednesday night, March 10th, 8:00 on Fox. Make sure you tune in. I got famous friends and you don't, bitch. Craig Robinson, yo, you have to watch the Who Cares guys bailed on me, so I did a podcast, and my cousin, I told you my cousin Jason came on.
Yeah.
We determined that I'm still allowed to call him my cousin, right?
Yes.
just for simplicity's sake. Yes.
Dude, I hope he's not watching right now. We sold him that was really Craig Robinson. I'm not kidding. I will cut it up. I will cut the 30-second clip and I will send it to you. I could not. I was. You could see me trying not to laugh. He definitely. He's like, "That is so cool, man." I said, "Let me play this trailer real quick." And remember, I put Craig Robinson, the actor, in the trailer. I said, "Watch this, dude." And he's like, "Oh my god, that's really Craig Robinson." If he went to the Craig Robinson's Facebook page and clicked on it, he'd have one friend, me. And he believed that it's the real Craig Robinson.
That's awesome.
It was hilarious. I'm gonna cut it up. I'll put it on the best of because it was awesome.
That's terrific, man.
I was dying inside.
Yeah.
Yeah, but Mary Heiser's one. She definitely posts on Facebook all day.
Yeah.
And she has a very important job. I told Scott that Aunt Mary is the aunt that always at every wedding gets up on the picnic table. Everybody needs a good aunt like
post,
that, bro.
but she posts nice things.
Yeah, she posts about being
No, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't matter what they post. I'm just telling you, I can tell a lot about a person.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
How much they post, what time they're posting, like what they're posting about. It's like, oh, jigsaw puzzle, and you just start putting the pieces together. It's like, Jesus Christ. Like, I'm talking about the two most important people that I'm talking about. I invited them on the show and they declined. I don't even know if they know that they're doing it like that. Like I'm saying, like, it's a problem.
Yeah. By the way,
something's going on.
You had a Facebook post that we were going to
Oh, yeah. I wanted you to, my CNN fact checker, Scott Hicks.
I got sources. I fact checked a lot of stuff. All right.
Did you? Because, see, that's what I'm trying to tell you. I look at that stuff and I don't have time. That's why I sent it to you. I don't have time to be like, damn, is that true? Because if you read that and I'll read it from top to bottom, that shit is scary, bro. And if it is true, it's messed up, right?
Yeah, but
so you want to go one on one? You want to go one at a time?
Hush. Huh?
You want to go one at a time?
Yeah. You hush. One.
Oh.
He doesn't have time.
I won't even bring it up on the screen so we won't see the person's name.
Yeah.
Joe Biden said, I won't ban fracking. Bans fracking first day, killing tens of thousands of jobs.
Okay.
First of all, before we begin, Michelle posted on this a couple weeks ago, and she had a good point. And it's like, those tens of thousands of jobs were supposed to be jobs in the future or possible jobs in the future. And I think the loss was a lot less than
temporary.
Temporary and loss. The losses were a lot smaller than tens of thousands. Correct?
Yes, they were a lot smaller than tens of thousands.
The
Like
fine
thousands?
was like 50 people total. After all was said and done, they were only going to keep like
But
50 people.
listen, you want to? There were job losses. All right, so we've got a couple of things here. The fracking ban is different than what you're talking about. It's a Keystone Pipeline. So the fracking ban. All right, so I couldn't find definitively where Joe Biden said he wasn't going to ban fracking or he was going to ban fracking. But let's be clear on this. He has not banned fracking. That part is just not true. What he did was say that there would be no new permits for fracking on federal land. That's not banning fracking. There are people who are fracking on federal land already. He did not ban them from doing that. Are you listening to me, man? What are you doing?
The hell is that?
Gee. Oh, Lord. Come on, squirrel.
All right. Scott, talk.
Talk? All right. Anyway,
I'm
so
trying to turn off my Bluetooth.
there seems to be some confusion about what exactly he said specifically, but fracking has not been banned. All right. So that is I'll rate that one bullshit. Mostly
Stop talking, I can't hear you.
what?
I can't hear you.
Can you hear me now? Yo. G.
Mic, speakers, I test it. I hear it. I don't hear you.
I don't dude, I don't know what's going on with you.
What?
All right. I guess we need where's your producer, man?
Maybe it's your mic. I can't hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Oh, there you go. Yeah. All right, we're good.
What'd you do? All right.
Start that all over.
All right. So, I could not find definitively whether Biden said he was going to ban fracking or he wasn't going to ban fracking. The thing is, though, he has not banned fracking. What he did was he stopped allowing new permits for fracking on federal lands. There are people who have permits to do oil fracking on federal lands, and they still get to do that. So he hasn't banned shit, and it doesn't have anything to do with people who are doing fracking on private land. So that
All right.
I rate this one bullshit.
Federal land.
Oh yeah, federal land, big difference. That's what I'm saying. So the
Very big
statement,
difference. Federal land.
So the statement says, "I won't ban fracking." Bans fracking first day. So he did not ban fracking. So we can move on.
Right. Federal land. Very big difference. There's a
was-
lot of federal
So
land.
we got that. So we got that one. We will forgive $50,000 in student loan debt. Last night at the town hall, he said he will not be doing any student loan debt. Literally zero. I didn't watch the town hall, but I promise you, as a politician, he definitely didn't say that.
Yes, that's right. That's right. I didn't watch it either. I looked it up though, and he actually Biden. So this is wrong on two counts. Again, on multiple counts. Number one, Biden never said he was going to forgive $50,000 in student debt. That is something that Democrats in Congress have been pushing for.
AOC.
He never, ever, ever said that. He's been saying $10,000. He doesn't. In fact, he's very specifically has said he doesn't want to do $50,000. So that's wrong. And then at the town hall, no, he did not fucking say that he's not giving any of it. He reiterated the $10,000 and he reiterated his opposition to $50,000 and specifically because he felt like that would be too much of a bonus to people who didn't need it. But I don't know if that's true or not. I mean, that's arguable. That's a whole other point. But the fact is wrong and wrong.
My friend in Hollywood said, I think they're promising free community college instead, which would still be dope. So let's move on. So here we go. Last night, all right, he said, we will stand up to Putin and President Z, spelled XY, last night said Chinese Islam internment camps are just differences between nations we have to overlook. Again, politically, I hope he didn't say that. I didn't watch it, though.
All right. That one is probably closer to true. Thought I had a thing about that.
And Chinese Islam internment camps,
So
I'm
they're talking
assuming, are
the Uyghurs,
Islamic people
like
that are in China and they put them in camps.
yeah, the Uyghurs are what they're talking about. It's a group of people that there are awful human rights issues with them, and China is China deserves a lot of.
Is he wrong about that? Just differences between the nations we have to overlook. I mean, do
No,
we want to go into every country and try to fix them?
Here's it's that one is not entirely false, but it's missing context. And honestly, from what I read, Joe Biden was tiptoeing around saying, we got to go after China for this.
Really?
So I think what you're talking about is political language. Now, that's I don't know enough about the situation, so I'm not going to say it's totally false. Craig Robinson, interventionist foreign policy. I'm not going to say that one's totally false. It just is missing context, and I don't. It seemed like it wasn't the right time for Biden to say what he was going to do about it. It's a complex matter. It should be roundly repudiated, and they should say. Honestly, at some point he's going to have to stand up and say, "You can't do this, China. These are human rights violations. You're raping and murdering these people." So, not entirely false, but not full.
Would you agree we could probably go into 17 more countries for that? That's what I'm saying. Do we want to go down that road where we're going into countries and stopping them from doing what they do in the country?
You're talking. There's. I think there are diplomatic solutions we haven't tried.
Yeah, we do it a lot.
It's not. I don't think we need to be anywhere militarily on something like that. Most likely. Of course, I don't know all of the details either, but
that's what I give Donald Trump his props for. I was going to give him 2 props if he went ahead and vetoed the last stimulus package. I was going to give him a second one, but he didn't get us into no major wars, man. And that's shocking. That was shocking to me.
It is surprising. I don't know how
we got to give him that.
What's that?
All right, ready? We will give $15 an hour national minimum wage day 1 if we have the House and the Senate. Not happening. Now it's talk on federal employees getting $15 an hour with reduced work weeks. So they're going to give them $15 an hour but reduce their hours. Is that true, Scott?
I couldn't find anything about that specifically. Also, I couldn't find where Biden said they were going to do $15 an hour on day 1. I couldn't find that at all. And in fact, Biden has gone on, I know he's gone on record saying that he wants $15 an hour, but he's not sure right now is the time to do it.
Yeah, exactly. Not. People are looking for.
You need smarter economic minds than me to sort that out.
Good answer.
I'm behind it. What?
Good answer.
Well, it's true. There are smarter people than me. I don't have all the answers. The Congress, now, on the other hand, Congress does want to keep moving forward with $15 an hour, and it may happen with this stimulus package. They really want this, and Joe Biden might be in a position where he says, well, he might not be able to say no. He's not going to be able to veto the entire stimulus package over that.
Especially if he literally ran and said he would supported it.
What's that?
Especially if he ran and said he supported it.
Yeah, I couldn't find anything where he said they were going to do this day 1.
That's a Bernie Sanders. Like, he ran on that shit a few years ago.
Oh, that Bernie is definitely, and he's definitely still saying we're going to get this done. We still want this in the stimulus package that's going to be signed within the next.
Speaking of that, it says we will be giving $2,000 COVID relief checks out the door on day 1 of my presidency. May only be 1,000 and won't come until the middle of March or April. We don't really have to talk about that because that's just.
I mean, all right.
Nah, he's stroking the check. Just like Trump didn't stroke the check, he ain't stroking the check. There's a process for that.
He's pushing for 1,400. If 1,400 has generally been agreed to, and that's probably what we're going to see. It's going to be probably the same people who got the last 2 rounds of stimulus checks are going to get this round of stimulus checks. They're not going to change the requirements for it. Now it's not $2,000, and I think that he did say.
Well, what I heard is it would have been 2,000. They're going to minus the last 600. So
right. So there's even people in the Democratic Party who are not happy about it.
Well, I wasn't happy about that bill. That's ridiculous. That's a COVID relief bill for the United States of America. And I know that's how bills work, and that's fine for all the rest of them. But these ones we're talking about, I think the president should sign an executive order and be like, yo, send it. No red tape, no this or that and this and that and this much money. Send this $1,000 right now. If they want to get done. That's what we're talking about. Probably. There's people that need that shit right now. Some of them haven't gotten shit since April. Yeah. It's almost a year. I mean, come on, man. People are losing their houses and shit. Like, and they're talking about it could be. I don't know. We'll change it to this. Like, fucking send it.
It's gonna happen. I mean, that's
the most powerful country in the world. Send it.
That'll get signed in a week, probably 10 days. I'm guessing.
Probably. See that probably word again. All right, ready? Maybe this one says he has already solidified $248 million in weapon deals with Raytheon.
I looked that up, and I wasn't sure is this a good thing, a bad thing?
$440 million in the works to be signed next week.
I couldn't find anything with those numbers, and I'm not sure whether they're saying is
that building up the military?
No, it's selling weapons to other countries.
Oh.
But I couldn't figure out whether that's supposed to be a bad thing. Is it supposed to be bad that we're selling $440 million worth of instead of 258? Yeah. I don't know. I couldn't verify those numbers at all, but and
who is Raytheon?
Raytheon they're like a big manufacturer of weapons. But
damn.
I don't know what they were at.
$248 million in weapon deals, but they're saying $440 million in the work. So he lied about the number. Like you said, it's not about giving them the money; it's about how much.
Yeah, but I mean, it's not. Nobody's given anything; they're being sold, and I don't. I mean, are we not supposed to sell weapons to our allies? I don't know. I mean, I'm not trying to be snarky here. I just don't know what I don't understand the objection here.
I guess if there are allies, then yeah, I would agree with you. It depends who we're selling to, obviously.
So you want to talk about jobs?
Biden said Trump is mismanaging COVID and killing people. We have a plan on day one to slow the virus and the deaths. Mm-hmm. Tens of thousands have died due to COVID since Biden took office, and appears Cuomo is responsible for a third of the deaths when Trump was in office.
All right. So wrong.
Because Cuomo's in some shit right now.
You're going to tell me
coming after him.
Well, Cuomo is responsible for 150,000 deaths? Not true. There were 450,000 deaths while Trump was in office. Cuomo was not responsible for 150,000. They're coming after him, and they should. Cuomo was wrong to hide the numbers that he hid. It's fucked up. And I mean, he just screwed up. He fucked up. And he didn't own up to it, and it's bullshit. So anybody wants to say I'm some sort of leftist apologist, I'm not. It's fucked up, and this is one of the things that's wrong with politics is people like that feel like it's okay to lie and try to cover up their fuck ups. Anyway,
hold on. Jason Ryer's in the building. Look, what's up, fellas? Just tuning in. Busy night. See, he was on Who Cares podcast with me Friday night. He did a podcast with me. He's awesome. He's my cousin. I don't care what anybody says. Just because he ain't with my cousins, with his baby mama, it don't matter. He's still my cousin. Right? All right, let's move it along. Oh, Jason Ryer would have a lot to say about this list. He loves this list. Trump, all right, Miss Man. So we will lower health costs Insulin went from $60 to $360 day one due to an executive order reversing Trump's over reducing the cost for no reason other than Trump bad. That's what it says. Literally.
Complete and utter horseshit.
So did you check that? Did you Google how much insulin is right now?
Well, let's go to the substance of this first. What order did Trump have that reduced the cost of COVID? I mean, cost of insulin. He had an order for certain government, like medical facilities,
like VA hospitals,
huh?
Like VA hospitals?
No. It's like community. Anyway. First of all, it wasn't an across the board lowering of drug costs. It was a much smaller clinics. These government run clinics, I guess, is what it was. And I think there were like 6 million people that use these clinics. So we're not talking about. I mean, that's not a small amount. Don't get me wrong, but we're not talking about everybody.
So they didn't just drop it across the board.
Second of all, it was only for those clinics. Second of all, that hadn't even gone into effect. That order wasn't even supposed to go into effect until January 22nd. So it hadn't even gone into effect. So it didn't cause anything that Biden didn't cause an increase in prices because he reversed an order. And third, he paused the order. He didn't even reverse that order. He paused it so they could look at it and make sure it was something that was going to be good.
Look at it.
So it hasn't been. All
right. How about Breitbart? How about Breitbart.com? Jobless claims jumped to 861,000, much worse than expected under Biden.
Okay. I don't know what to tell you about that. I mean, what are you're going to tell me the jobless claims all of a sudden people just fired a bunch of people because Biden got into office? That's not.
Yeah, but poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
What?
That's what Joe Biden said. Poor kids.
I didn't see the rest of these.
Poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids.
I don't know. I must not have got the whole list here. Hang on.
No, that's not. It's not part of the list. It's just also on his page. I remember when he said it. I don't know if he misspoke.
He might have.
He said it live. He misspoke a lot. So do I. I misspike all the time. He said poor kids are just as bright and just as talented as white kids. Yeah. Assuming that there's no poor white kids, I guess. Or all poor kids are black, one or the other. You take your pick.
He paused, then quickly clarified: wealthy kids, black kids, Asian kids. So
right in the same speech?
Yeah.
He left out those quotes.
Yeah.
So weird.
Surprising.
He left them out.
Yeah, I'm really surprised that someone would forget to include the other clarifying remarks where he says,
so he went to Obama. I think he went to Obama for help or something. And Joe said, I'm sending Hunter to Texas to help out. And Obama said, no, Joe, Texas has cracked pipes, not crack pipes. True or false? There's some good ones, dude. You got to admit it.
Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. I'm not, whatever. It's funny. Good that the guy's not, has fixed his issues with drugs, but I don't know. It's just a funny thing to say. Yeah. So, all that shit is debunked. Almost all of it. There's like a couple of things in there that are half true or unverifiable, but so
as a DD, as we call you, the diehard Democrat of the show, did you ever wonder why there were no Democrats on Mount Rushmore?
What?
There's not. They're all Republicans. Oh.
Wait a minute. Is that a post of his?
Yeah. George Washington, was he a Democrat?
No, he wasn't a Republican either. There were no Republicans.
Oh,
He
see,
was the first.
see how it's like out of context. How about Abraham Lincoln?
He was a Republican, but let's
And
be
he freed
clear.
slavery. He freed
That's right.
slaves.
The Republican was before the Republican.
You
was
know, it's
what?
so sad, dude. I don't know who the other two guys are.
God damn.
I think it's one of the Roosevelts.
Teddy Roosevelt was a Republican. Yeah. But he was also a progressive.
And who's the other one? James Madison?
No, I think it was Jefferson, wasn't it? I don't know.
Oh,
Maybe look this shit
God,
up.
just looking at the
Somebody
picture. I got George Washington, Abraham Lincoln, number 1 and number 4. I think that's Teddy in the middle, and I don't know who
Teddy
that
with
guy is.
glasses. Thomas
Oh,
and
wait.
Thomas Jefferson. So there was
Oh,
no,
this guy-
no Republican Party, I don't think, for Thomas Jefferson or George Washington. Abraham Lincoln was a Republican. Theodore Roosevelt was a Republican. But you have to look at that in context too. I mean, if you know anything about
You want real context? I didn't know Thomas Jefferson was a president. I thought he invented something.
no.
I did.
But
Well, and
the
the Republican wasn't the same thing back in the day.
Yeah.
It was
The,
very
Both parties were different.
ideologically, Democrats and Republicans swapped belief systems since
that's
the
a
time of
pretty
Abraham
good
Lincoln. So like in the 50s and 60s, it became the Republicans who were mostly in the 60s, I guess, but
Like
Republicans.
liberal, right?
That's why a lot of black people say Republicans.
Liberal.
hate everybody.
They're liberal, right?
Who?
The Republicans were more liberal.
Yes. More liberal and more progressive. Again, Theodore Roosevelt was a progressive for his time. But anybody who wants to point things like that out, I say, look at the Southern strategy. Look at why, look at why there's no, I don't know. Republicans are not the same now as they used to be.
Wrong podcast, Mom. Wrong podcast. That's Thursday nights, 8:00. This is Let's Talk About It, Tuesday nights, 8:00 with you, your boy, and him, your boy. Okay? Okay. Got it. Oh, so my next one is gas prices have surged 18% since the election. Could skyrocket to $4 under Biden.
All right. So tell me why.
Well, this is from the westernjournal.com, and I don't feel comfortable opening that link on my computer. So, but there's a picture of him and Kamala high-fiving right next to the mobile gas station that's up to $4.59.
I've seen
But-
that. else.
Yeah, but I think I got gas today, and I know we're in the South, and I know it's more in New York, but I think it was like $2.50, $2.59.
When I think it's disingenuous, or at worst it's disingenuous. At best, people just are ignorant of, and I don't mean that in an ugly way, but they just don't really know what gas prices are based on. I mean, there's way too many factors in it. I've actually studied this and written a paper about this. I think we talked about this once before. You got to go back decades and get into the history of OPEC and all of that stuff and realize that we get most of our oil. We still buy a lot of oil from overseas, and the market price for oil is set largely by
So I'm saying, is there a button? Someone told me there's a little lever in the Oval Office where if he wants to give a little bit of relief, they just lower or higher it.
Yeah, that's what it is. It is.
And this is so I want you to tell me if this is real or fake. Okay, I'm gonna read a statement and tell you who it came from,
All right.
and you tell me if it's real or fake. Okay, Nancy Pelosi. This is what she said. I want you to know what I have. Let me tell you. Ice cream in my freezer, Satan in my heart, stolen money in my bank account, treason in my party, dentures in my mouth, and not a clue in my head. True or false? Fake or real?
It sounds a little fake. I gotta go.
Just a little bit. Oh, this is what I wanted to ask you. I don't think we talked about this. Did AOC fucking straight make a video on Instagram and lie about being in the Capitol building? And she wasn't even there that day?
No, she was there. We talked about this before too.
Oh, okay. We did talk about it.
She was there because she was in another congresswoman's office. They were barricaded in another congresswoman's office. Yeah.
All right, I have another quote from Joe Biden. I have not created a single job for any of my voters, but I sure have taken your jobs away, you dumbass sheep. True or false?
Yeah, I think I don't know if he said that, but I really do think he's been going around firing people and taking their jobs. I think that he's been doing that. So
yeah,
but not Raytheon jobs. I mean, people who work for Raytheon are doing pretty good apparently with that $440 million weapons deal. So
yeah. So true or false? Mexican leader says Biden offered $4 billion for Central America.
Really? We just buy Central America? Is that what we were saying?
Source in the article it says Washington AP, but the website is komonews.com, KOMO news.com.
I mean, somebody, is this a joke?
I don't know.
Does somebody really believe that he offered $4 billion for all of America?
Yeah. Oh, that's what he's saying? For Central America? Like to buy it?
I don't know. Oh, or is he giving it to him? I don't know.
It says Mexican leader says Biden offers $4 billion for Central America. Yeah, the way it's worded is weird. Should I open it? I'm so scared.
Nah, fuck that.
Yeah, I'm not opening it.
It's so funny how all of these really crazy sounding things come from news organizations you never heard of.
Yeah. Well, this one is a press conference of the five pipeline guys that lost their job. They were doing a press conference. I kid. It's actually three Wisconsin. Oh, I guess it goes through. So, here's another one. Here we go. Ready? This is how a commander-in-chief is supposed to act. Trump offers to let the National Guard stay at the Trump Hotel, D.C. after the parking garage outrage. Remember, they had to sleep in the parking garage?
Yeah, but he didn't. That's bullshit. That's not true.
Yeah,
I've already debunked that one, that he didn't do that.
It's from amgreatness.com though.
Yeah, no, well, you know.
AM Greatness, bro. Greatness. Yeah. It's in the fucking website.
Just not true.
Trying to find a true one. You already found one.
I think this is the awesome thing is that nah, never mind. I'm not gonna go down that road. I'm feeling good tonight. I'm not gonna be ugly.
Yeah, I'm feeling good tonight. See, I'm trying to bring it out of you. Trump said the only way they can get more than 1,000 people at Biden's inauguration is to call in the National Guard.
That's a nice joke. I love it.
It wasn't Trump, but it was funny. I think that was from political.com. The Political Insider. Is that legit? I heard you name that site earlier. Oh, no, Business
Insider.
12 National Guardsmen removed from Biden's inauguration for alleged ties to right-wing groups.
That I think was true, or at least partly true. I did look into, because they were looking into all of that stuff.
Yeah.
So,
well, I'm glad we got through some of it. I mean, I'm not even reading the ones that Facebook put the false information tag on. I'm scrolling right past those. Oh, man.
Yeah. Anyways,
that was fun.
This was good.
His fucking Facebook is interesting. Interesting.
And I'm not gonna stay off. That's the anger economy, man.
I know, but that's what I was trying to say. We just went to it for podcast purposes because I needed to read that shit to you. But that's what was a little bit concerning with me. Like, I have hard enough trouble opening it up and seeing someone say some dumb shit that I just want to say something back to. And I don't post anything. But to like what you said earlier, that was kind of weird that you go to people's Facebook pages looking for something that they like that you don't like.
Well, I'm not going to their pages. I'm just scrolling through my news feed.
Oh,
I
gotcha.
just ignore a lot of it. But let me also say this, that I have a lot of friends who I have blocked. I'm sure there's a lot
And
of them
family.
I don't think I've blocked any family. Not unfriended, just blocked. I don't see their posts because I want to remain friends and I don't want to be angry with them. So I've been doing this for a long time. Probably the past year and a half or so.
I've been doing this for a long time. What do you mean doing what? Reading Facebook?
No, blocking people. Blocking people I still want to stay friends with, but I don't want to be mad.
No, I haven't. I bet you if you look on my account right now, I have 0 blocked accounts. I might have snoozed a couple people. I think you can snooze them for like 30 days or something. But I can't. I feel like especially if they're my real friend in real life or real family member, like, can I really block them? Like, is it that bad? I gotta block my family member or my really good friend. Now, if it's just some schmo that's my friend, there's people on my Facebook that I don't even know them. I don't know if I made a request to them or they requested me and we became friends and where, how, who. Like, they'll post something. I'm like, who is this bitch? And why is she always putting her kids all over my shit? Like little baby pictures everywhere. Like, I don't even know her. And I feel bad deleting those people. And I'm not even sure I know who it is. Like, I just have a bad conscience, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and the blocking.
You just be having block parties. You get blocked. You get blocked. You get blocked. Damn, you like motherfucking Matumbo up in this bitch.
No, it's more for me than.
Was that Olajuwon?
Huh?
Is that Matumbo or Olajuwon?
I think it was Matumbo.
Yeah, because he had a big ass finger. That bitch be way out here if it was mine. He's got like 2 of my fingers, bro. Shit, Arsenio Hall got 2 of my fingers.
Oh man,
too much on Facebook. He says some drunk uncle shit. That's what I'm saying. That's my point. Me and him had that conversation. Me and Craig Robinson. Y'all spend too much time on Facebook. Y'all talking some drunk uncle shit. And that's my point. Back in the day, I'll be through the neighborhood telling stories, telling fibs, trying to look cool in front of the girls and shit, and nobody could fucking prove me wrong. Because I just be like, my uncle said it. He don't have to be my drunk uncle, but you could just be like, my uncle went to North Carolina, bro. He's been to a NASCAR race, and actually this happens. And you could just say your uncle told you, and everybody had to believe you. Now, everybody can check everything. There's no drunk uncle stories anymore. We just did it. 10 things in a row. All you gotta do is look it up.
I got a drunk uncle story for you. You want to hear this?
Sure.
I like this. We will talk shit. This is funny. For years I've been wanting to write this.
Oh, please don't start a conversation with this is funny. You tell the story, we decide.
Okay, you're right. You decided this is funny.
Stop creating me.
I have one of my dad's brothers. He's deceased now, but he was 20 years older than me. 19 years old.
Your uncle.
I must have been 20 years old. So it's been like 1990, a long time ago. Yeah. So I was living at home with mom and dad, 2 jobs, and with no bills. I had more money than I knew what to do with. Even I didn't have, I wasn't making a whole lot of money at either one, but I didn't have no bills.
Right. Lost your mic. Last thing we heard was you ain't got no bills. Lost your mic. It's muted. It says it's muted. Sorry, guys.
All right. Are we back? All right.
Yeah.
So anyway, you had no bills. You had more money than I knew what to do with, even though I wasn't making a whole lot of money. I decided I wanted to go to the Caribbean. I'm 19 or 20 years old. Very aspirational. I had Travel and Leisure magazine. And I mentioned something to my Uncle Danny about it because I didn't have anybody to go with. I didn't have any friends. I used to hang out over his house and smoke.
You say Travel and Leisure magazine?
Yeah, yeah.
So what Were you used to be gay? Have you changed your ways since 1990? And lost your mic again. We're gonna nickname this shit the shit show. For sure.
All right.
Lost
What the
my-
fuck is going on? Why is this all of a sudden? I haven't touched it. I haven't done anything.
Oh no.
Yeah. All right. So if this thing cuts out again, we're just going to save this story for next time.
All right.
But anyway, I didn't have anybody to go to the Caribbean with. But I used to hang out with my uncle a lot. And what are you laughing at?
How do you not have anybody to go to the Caribbean with except your uncle?
Because all my friends were students and they didn't have any money. They weren't working. I just didn't have any. All the people I grew up with, they didn't have enough money to go, and I had the money, because I was just a working guy. So he's like, yeah, let's do this. Let's do this. So this is how long ago it was. He had a travel agent, and he set this whole thing up, set up this whole trip, and he's so excited, right? And my uncle is an alcoholic, complete and utter alcoholic. Drunk Uncle Gay. That's fucked up, Craig Robinson. So anyway,
he's a comedian, bro. Don't take it personally. He's a comedian.
Oh no, it's all good. Oh, that's funny. So now my uncle, he lives with my grandma, right? Because he's just a fuck up and a literal alcoholic in a bad way.
I know that guy.
Yeah.
Not that guy, but I know that guy.
Yeah. So the night before we're supposed to fly out, I stay over at my grandma's house, in the basement with my uncle. We were hanging out and everything. And she's going to give us a ride to the airport the next morning. No. There's no gay shit. So, but Danny, so he gets,
you got the drunk uncle and then you got the molesting uncle.
No, it's not that. It's not that kind of thing. So he's just drunk. And so he's really excited. So he gets drunk that night and he gets so excited that he's up at like 4 a.m. I think our flight was at like 9. He's up at like 4 a.m. and like doing tequila shots, right?
Damn.
So my grandma is mad taking us to I wasn't drunk, but she's mad taking us to the airport. But she's used to him. And he's like he's staggering. We haven't even left Richmond. He's staggering up the fucking ramp.
Yeah, but some people get shit faced to get on a plane though.
But no, that's not him. He was a drunk. He's just a drunk. No, understand. I've never been anywhere, never been on a plane, never done any of that stuff. So I'm like, I'm following his lead. He's like my mentor here. I don't know what I'm doing. So we go, we get on the plane and we have a layover in Atlanta. So on the way to Atlanta, he
you need to get better mentors.
Yeah, I know it. He knocks back a couple of drinks, right? On the way down there to Atlanta. Like a fucking hour, right? So we get there and then we've got a little layover. And he's lit. I mean, he's drunk. And where does he go? Straight to the bar. And I'm at this point, I'm embarrassed to be around him. And I'm just like wandering around. I knew we went over where our gate was. So it was they used to have a bar on every corner, in the Atlanta airport. And so we were over near the gate and I just wandered around for a bit and then came back and I collected him from the bar and he's fucked up, and it's getting close to our time. So we had carry-ons and we're both sitting there waiting at the gate, in the seats, waiting for them to call the flight to board. And when they call the flight to board, he stands up. And he had set his bag right in front of his feet. And he went down, bam, like that. And just like that, airport security, they're all over him. They've been watching him. And
yeah, as he's staggering through the airport. I'm sure
and he's drunk as fuck. He can't hardly sit up. And so they're like, sorry, you can't get on this flight. And I'm like, dude, what? And they're like, he cannot go. I was like, what am I supposed to do? And they said, well, you can wait around for him. I said, well, I mean, what's going to happen? He's like, I don't know. They might get him on another flight. I'm like, fuck, I don't know what I'm doing. And I'm like, well, I guess I'm fucking getting on this flight without him.
I was going to say, please tell me you got on the plane because I'm getting on the plane.
Right. I get on the plane. And this is pre-cell phone. This is long before cell phones and shit like that. We didn't have any way to communicate. So I'm like, well, fuck. I'm going to, next stop, fucking San Juan, Puerto Rico.
What are you, 19?
19, maybe. I might have been 20. I can't remember.
Definitely not 21 though.
No. But yeah, and I remember that very specifically because the drinking age down there is 18 in Virgin Islands. It went to St. Thomas is where we were headed. So we fly to San Juan, or I fly to San Juan. I mean, with everybody else, but except for my uncle. Missed my flight to St. Thomas because I can't find my way around that airport and I don't speak Spanish. But I did finally, but there was another flight. I got on the flight, got to St. Thomas, found a taxi, made my way to the hotel, checked in and all that shit. And I was just like, fuck, I don't even have anybody to hang out with, nothing. I'm a very introverted kind of guy. The place I was staying is called Bluebeard's Castle. And it was one of the nicer hotels in St. Thomas in Charlotte Melee. I just, I'm like, I go down, I get something to eat at the restaurant, I just go back to the room and fucking.
Wait. You don't know what blue beard means? Are you sure you were not gay in 1990?
Dude, so I don't want to show any pictures in either. That'll be just another whole gay thing. But anyway, so we, the next morning, I guess I woke up, I was just laying in bed and there's a phone call. I answered the phone. It's my fucking Uncle Danny. He's like, where are you? He's like, I'm at the hotel. I'm like, what do you mean? He's Blackbeard's hotel. And I'm like, no, that's the wrong hotel. We're at fucking Bluebeard's, dude. He's like, all right.
The one with the rainbow flag outside.
So he's like, fuck. He's like, all right, I'm coming there. So this motherfucker, he gets there. And I'm like, what happened? He said, well, he wouldn't let me on the flight. I'm like, I know that. And he's like, so then he just let me go. And I got hooked up with another flight to Puerto Rico. But it wasn't leaving for a while.
Lost you. Like, he has no idea.
There was no flights from he flew to Puerto Rico. There was flights from Puerto Rico to St. Thomas that night because he was delayed. So he got a fucking hotel room there, stayed there, scored some weed.
Damn.
Flew with it to St. Thomas, brought it with him. and that was his adventure. And then when we got back, we were there for a week. We got back. He got on the phone and started making calls to American Airlines or whoever it was and cursing the right people out. Got fucking 2 free vouchers from them to fly anywhere in the U.S. because he was too drunk to get on the goddamn plane.
That shit is drunk Uncle Smooth right there. Like that's what the old generation could do. These fucking punk ass motherfuckers these days. We'll close with this. Somebody told me this, and I've been guilty of this. I'm like, and I know our parents did it, and I know generation by generation we're becoming softer and softer as human beings in general, right? Like we just walk around with our cell phones on our face. But I think this guy had a good point. He's like, everybody's like, this generation sucks. Generation X, Z, Y, whatever the fuck it is. They're lazy because of that whole Cam Newton thing. I don't know if you heard about the Cam Newton thing. But Cam Newton put the 7-on-7 football camp together.
Oh, yeah,
and this millennial ass kid doing what millennials do, talking trash. I can hear it going on a daily basis in my own house. And I tell my kids all the time, I'm like, aren't you playing those video games with your friends? Yup. Like, you talk to your friends like that? Like, it's so awful just the way it's this trash. I call it this trash mentality. And that's the word they use. It happened to me on one of my kids that I was coaching. I was pretending to be a receiver so I could teach him what to do as a linebacker if this receiver came into his zone. and the ball wasn't even thrown to me. It was thrown to another player. It wasn't supposed to be thrown to me. The purpose of my route was to run at his face. That's what we call it. Run right at his face. He's going to have to react like this. We're not throwing you the ball anyway, and it takes him out of the play, right? Trying to emphasize that to him. And the ball got thrown to the other person, and it was overthrown. And he looked at me. He's like, "Yeah, coach, you trying to teach us? You're trash. You're trash. How you gonna coach us? And you're trash." And I was like, "All right, whatever." Like the first 2 times, you know. And then the whole time I'm not even going against him because let me tell you, I'm 43, and I'll smoke this kid. If I tell the quarterback to throw it to me, he's not stopping me. And I'm 43 and I'm 5'5", and he's probably 5'7", right? And he's a kid. And I can't really, as his head coach, really talk the trash that I want to talk back to him because I'm an adult. But he kept saying it. He's like, "Man, you're supposed to be a head coach of a football team. You straight trash." It's like, who does that? Not just to their friend or their mom or their dad, because they talk to their parents the same way, but to your football coach. Like, do you know I will run you till you throw up? Like, you know what I'm saying? There ain't no trash talking left. I'm just gonna point to the flagpole and you just go. When you come back, I point that bitch 5, 6, 7 times. I've done it. But to have the audacity to look at an adult, not only an adult, but a fucking person that's in, I don't want to say authority over you, but your head coach of a team.
Your authority, yeah.
Like, what the fuck is wrong with these kids, man? But then that guy, I listened to a guy and he debated this other guy and he had a good point. He's like, how the fuck are we blaming that 12-year-old kid?
No.
Wouldn't it be the parents?
Yes.
Well, the parents are us. He is I and I is him.
No, it's not you.
I'm not saying my kids don't act like that, but I'm saying it's the parents.
Right. Yeah.
Not the kids. It's the fucking parents that let it happen, bro.
I agree. And I don't, but I mean, that's not a new argument. I mean, should we be arguing that everybody's soft? Next generation is always softer, or the next generation is always more coddled, or the more spoiled.
And we're going to be walking around like a bunch of fucking mollusks. Like mollusks. You know what that is? Mollusk.
Yes, that's a snail. Well,
yeah, it's like a fucking pull at, but it got a shell on it, but still no protection, no toughness to it. You dump salt on it, it dies. But yeah, the whole Cam Newton thing, they said he kept saying, "Where's your daddy at? Where's your daddy at?" Because he wanted to talk to the kid's dad, because really that's where it stems from. And it went like super viral. You can look up the video, and a lot of people are criticizing both. I heard both stories. Like Cam should have been more professional and just ignored him and not even had a viral video. But Cam is like almost part of that generation, you know?
Mm-hmm.
He kind of came up halfway through that generation. So, he was kind of like talking shit back to him, and it's just been a big thing. And the kid put an apology on Twitter. And
I saw the apology. I didn't follow the whole
shit.
thing,
but it's like, man, yeah, you can't get vouchers these days, that's for sure. Not a mollusk, an amoeba. Yeah, that's true. These kids are amoebas these days, Craig Robinson. Amoebas.
The famous Craig Robinson.
Appreciate you coming on. Hell yeah. Shout out to Craig Robinson for coming on. I know you're busy in Hollywood and shit. Well, actually, you're probably not busy right now because Hollywood shut the fuck down, bitch. So maybe when it picks up.
All right, brother. Well, let's wrap this thing up, man.
Yeah, let's wrap this up. I ain't got nothing else. I know we're all over the place tonight. We went way over time, but I thought it was pretty good conversation.
Yeah.
Everybody that joined the TJ Bell, everybody that joined the show, shout out Michelle King Ethericks fucking Hicks, like she's fucking from England or some shit. TJ Bell, Mary Heiser, June Hardenberg, Scott Hicks is live in the fucking building. Craig Robinson, all the way from Hollywood. Thanks for tuning in. We love you guys. We'll be back Tuesday, 8:00. Same fucking channel. Yeah, ish. Tonight was a fuck. I will be way more prepared next time. That was ridiculous. We should rename this shit from that word that you made up that nobody else knows. That's the title of the podcast. To shit show. This should be the fucking shit show 2021. Nothing worked correctly, but we made it happen.
Wait a minute, hold on. Greg
Thank
has
you
a
for all
question.
the
Hey.
shout out. Oh, shout out to Scott Hicks for the in the whole fact checking team. He did good tonight.
Fact checking team.
whole
All right, I got to
fact-
answer this real quick for Craig. Was the weed your uncle scored any good? Brother, that was 30 years ago. I do not remember.
Yeah. Well, I
Not
was going
probably
to say,
by
I didn't want
today's standards. I don't know.
my wife says that I interrupt my co-host too much and my
Yeah,
guest
it's
too
all
much,
good.
but I don't think she realizes how bad the delay is. But when you were telling the story, I was about to tell you, I don't know why he flew from Puerto Rico to St. Thomas with the weed, because there's much better weed in St. Thomas.
We got some weed in St. Thomas too. That's sad.
Yeah. Plus, that
All
was
right.
back. I mean, 30 years ago, it was probably filled with sticks and stems, and you still thought it was
Yeah.
good. So.
Yeah. You
That's
said
how
to
they
smoke
do it.
more of it.
But
All right, man.
I appreciate you, boy. I'll see you next week. Thank you for coming out.
Peace.
God bless and good
Later.
night, Scotty. Thank y'all. Let's talk about a podcast. 8 o'clock's on Tuesday. Who Cares podcast? New night, same time. New night, same time. Thursday, 8 o'clock p.m. Who Cares podcast right here where you tuned in tonight. Will be at the same place. Remember to like the page on Facebook. Let's talk about it podcast page. Please like and share. And Who Cares podcast YouTube page. We're streaming live from both of those right now. And my page. Please just share, like, and participate. We love you guys. God bless you and good.